hour here on the show. 5:30 will be your last one, then it'll begin tomorrow morning with Rover around 9:30. Your Cleveland Guardians remain at home. They're in the middle of about a 10-day home stretch here. They got swept by the Red Sox. Bad weekend for Guardians fans. Good weekend for Boston fans, who are, if nothing else, magnanimous and even-handed in their applause, and they are so kind. I don't know if Red Sox fans travel. I never thought of that as a traveling team. Like Tigers fans travel, Cubs fans travel.
There was a lot of them
Pirates fans travel. Were there really? Mm-hmm. You went to the game?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, you went to the game too. Was this the Burge Pants, Bill, Mary? Okay,
yeah.
Right. Did you scream "F you mustard"?
Of course I did.
All right.
I was there. Saturday was mine and my boyfriend's 2-year anniversary. So we went to dinner. We went to the Guardians game. It was super fun. And then we ran into Bill and Pants and Burge, and we were hanging out for a little while. So, yeah, it was great.
I mentioned you last week in your absence because I always think of "F you mustard." We were talking about how there's going to be a mustard shortage this summer because of... apparently, the largest mustard seed producer in the world is Canada, and they've had a very bad harvest. And so for people who don't like... Now, again, let me play this. I'm getting a lot of messages here on the talkback button on the iHeart Radio app.
Alan, Caleb, and Kent, I'm listening live today using the talkback button here. To say that I'm on the edge of my seat with a bowl of popcorn for the Santora trip roundup is an understatement. I am giddy with excitement.
There you go. So
There's a
Mary,
lot to cover.
kind enough, because I was unexpectedly gone for 2 weeks with my family and dealing with my dad. And then last week was Mary's family vacation. It had been long scheduled. It wasn't a coincidence. And so I saw a couple of posts here and there, and I was like, man, I want to avoid this because I don't want anything to spoil what I think is going to happen here. Where do we want to start?
Well, that's the question.
You mentioned...
And there was one thing that I
We'll get back to the
mention.
anniversary. You mentioned the anniversary. We'll circle back to the anniversary.
There's one thing that I forgot to put in that happened before the vacation. That's
Do you want to
drama
start
too.
there? Because
Let's start
otherwise,
there.
I'm just going to go down
let's start there.
throughout the show today. I'm not blowing this wad right here, okay? Throughout the show today, I'll just go down the list that you sent me. So give me what I don't have.
So before vacation, we left Friday morning, okay? Wednesday night, my boyfriend and I are at the movies, and we get a couple messages in a row from his ex.
Which movie?
Jurassic Park.
Okay.
The new Jurassic Park. Trash. Don't go see it.
I stood there. I was telling Bill last week, there was one day in the course of the 2 weeks of prepping for my dad's funeral, all that kind of stuff, where I'm like, I just need to turn my brain off for a couple hours. And so I went on the app, and I was like, what movie is starting like in the next 15 minutes? And it was either Jurassic World or Top Gun, because every movie theater is showing them on 40 screens. And all I heard was people talking about how god-awful that Jurassic Park movie was. So I went to go see Top Gun, which was real good.
There you go.
Yeah. But you
Jurassic
guys
Park was just like silly. Like
there was too much going on. There was 15 different plot points. There was 30 main characters. It was very jumbled
but there's lots of
and all
dinosaurs.
together.
It was just
There was
lots of dinosaurs.
There was only one main dinosaur fight. There was one. Anyway,
Anyway, I digress.
It's fine.
So
We're
you
at the
guys went to
movies.
see Jurassic World. You're getting blown up by his ex at the movies. Yep.
So his daughter was at the beach that day, stepped on a hot coal, like a burning hot coal from a grill. Okay.
Oh, like somebody had been grilled. Someone else had in another party had been grilling.
Buried their coals in the sand of the beach.
Do people charcoal grill at the beach?
None of this.
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. None of this
for
should
this
have
reason,
happened. Right?
And why wouldn't you whip that into the water or something?
Buried it in the beach.
Oh, okay.
So she stepped on one of them.
Yeah.
Like red hot, burning hot.
Yep.
So.
And this was not a team building exercise that she was doing.
No.
She accidentally stepped right.
Right.
She'll never be a foot competition for you.
No, right. There you go.
Right.
So we
Now
get
this
out of the
sounds
movie.
planned.
They're, the whole night is ER, burn unit, all that kind of tragedy. It was a 2nd-degree burn on the bottom of her foot.
Is the ex prone to freaking out?
Well, actually, she was pretty calm. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I only know her kind of through the kid. We're not like friends. We kind of talk here and there type of thing. But so this is Wednesday night, and we finally get there after everything, and she's just a mess. And obviously, the whole bottom of her foot is burned off. Like they had to take all the skin off, and it's oozing, and it was like all of her toes and a huge and she's got little kids. She's got little
She's
feet.
only 6.
She's only 6.
Yeah.
So now we're sitting there, and we're like, damn, so the next day happens, this is all night
You have to
long.
wear like a weird like gauze boot.
They don't put a boot on you, but you have to wrap it and
Yeah.
treat it, and you have to change the dressing every single day. She was not allowed to put any weight on her foot. She wasn't allowed to stand, walk, play, none of that.
You have to cover it in salves.
Right. So then my boyfriend and I are having
It's
the
like when
conversation.
Michael stepped on the grill in The Office.
Only actual pain. Yes. Only real.
Uh-huh.
So now my boyfriend and I are having the conversation like, are you guys going to come on vacation? Because we're like, she can't do anything.
Oh, they were supposed to come.
They were supposed to come.
Oh, I
So they
didn't
were
know
supposed
that.
to come for the whole, my boyfriend had the whole week off work to come on vacation with my family. And then this happens the day before we're supposed to leave.
So she really screwed your boyfriend.
Oh, stop. So it was
I
one
mean,
of those-
let's just call it what it is. I mean,
Honestly, may have saved the relationship.
him not being there. So we were both really bummed out because he was looking
course.
forward to having the vacation, and she wanted to be with all the cousins and
Yes.
everything. And it was just like the house we were in was 3 stories built into essentially the side of a cliff, and it was all stairs.
and where is this? Where
This
was
was
this?
in Port Sanilac, Michigan. So it's like 90 minutes north of Detroit.
We've stayed there. It's on Lake Huron.
Yeah, right on Lake Huron.
That's
right.
where we stayed last summer with the
Yeah.
Beaters and the Burges.
So
yeah.
we had like this big, beautiful
It's
lake
awesome.
house, but it was 100% stairs. There was like 3 flights of stairs to get anywhere.
Yeah.
So we would have had to carry her the entire, because I was like, let me get the lay of the house on Friday, and then we'll see how it goes. And I was like, there's no way. The backyard is a literal
Yeah.
70-degree hill. Like
She'd have no fun at all.
And we would have to carry her everywhere. So up and down the stairs with a child
Right.
and
people are drinking, and you
Right.
want to, and yeah.
exactly. So they didn't end up coming. So that was the drama that happened before we even got there. So I was super bummed out, and like it made it even harder having fun with my family because they're all having little family moments at the fire and taking pictures together. And I'm
And he would have been a nice buffer from your family at
oh,
certain
it would have
points.
been wonderful.
Yes,
to have
right.
him there.
So you need that. You need to like
Yes.
scoot off with your people for
Yes.
a second and go, hey.
Like each family or each couple had a date night where the 2 parents went out on their own without their kids and got to have basically the full day while everyone else watched
Oh,
the kids.
okay.
So I didn't get that. So that was before vacation even started. Now Brian has to stay home with his daughter, obviously, because he's like, well, if I send her back with her mom, then I don't get to see her for a week, So it's like a lose-lose. So so he stayed home with her and took care of her, and she's doing great now. A week later, so that was before we even got there on vacation.
Unfortunate that Mary refers to her boyfriend spending a week with his daughter as a lose-lose situation.
No, I mean like lose-lose. Like
just kidding,
he either didn't get to see her or they
I know.
came and we couldn't do anything. Like,
There's no upside.
There was no upside to the situation, so that was a huge bummer. Where do we go from here? Which one should I go?
Start at the beginning.
Well, it's hard.
I'll tell you what I let me give away some money first here, and then I'll get to the first thing that you sent me on your list. And again, I do want to dole these out.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Because I want to keep people salivating
Sure.
for the. Hey, is $1,000 right here as promised? It is a chance for you to go fuel yourself. So listen closely. It's your first of 4 this afternoon, and good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fuel yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword BANK at WMMS.com. That's BANK. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
So the first thing that I have on Mary's notes for the Santora family vacation is that her sister lost her wedding ring and confronted the woman that she thought stole it.
So
And go.
I was sending you this email like, God, I want to add more detail, but I'm not going to.
No. You got to. I just need a log line here, and then we'll get into the rest of it.
So,
Which sister is this?
This is my older sister.
Yeah.
So there was only one really hot day. It was like high 80s. So we decided there was a pretty nice beach about 30 minutes north. So we're like, all right, we're gonna have a beach day today, right? So we all go to the beach. My older sister.
You guys weren't on a beach.
We had a lake in our backyard, but it wasn't clear. It smelled like
Gotcha.
dead fish.
Oh, okay.
Which I was hoping that wouldn't be the case, that we could just go straight into the lake from the backyard.
Yeah.
But that was not the case.
Okay.
So we went up for a full day of a beach day.
Yeah.
So my sister is putting lotion on. She takes her wedding ring off, and she's like, hey, hold this for me. I held it for her. And she puts her lotion on, yada, 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 right? She puts her wedding ring in a pocket of a bag. She has her beach bag, puts it in the pocket,
Yeah.
closes the pocket. So we're all done. We have a great day. There's we're packing up the car, and I see my sister frantically searching through all of her stuff, like throwing clothes, emptying things out. And
she took it off. Why?
Because she was putting lotion on. So she
didn't leave it at the house.
No,
why
she
not
wore
put
it to the
back on
beach.
After you put the lotion
Well,
on?
it's slippery. It might, it might come off. But,
well, yeah. So she's frantically searching. I'm like, what's going on? She goes, like, I can't find my wedding ring. And I'm like, oh no. So now I'm searching through the whole car, going through all the bags, everything like that. We're freaking out. We're going back over to the site where we were like kind of set up.
This is at the front of the day. You had just gotten to the beach.
No, we were leaving. So it's like
you were leaving.
It's like 2 p.m.
Oh, okay.
2 p.m. So she's freaking out, can't find my wedding ring. We're like, all right, well, let's do this logically. And then we were kind of like, this is a small rose gold band. It doesn't even have like a giant diamond on it. She just had a band that had a few diamonds on it. So it's not like it's not an
easily identifiable ring, is it?
Correct. So
Okay.
and it's rose gold, so it's the same color as the sand. So
wow, they were on a fancy beach with rose gold sand.
Well, you know what I mean.
Pardon me.
So
It's going to blend in.
it's the hottest day. It's 88 degrees. We're all trying to like find this ring. So everybody's sweaty. Everybody's aggravated. She's freaking out.
Yep.
And then my brothers and everybody went back to the beach or back to the house except her and I, because we're like, we got to find a plan. No need for 30 people to stay here. You guys go. We'll figure it out. So there was a woman on the beach metal detecting that day. And we were all kind of making fun of them and, whatever, just family poking fun. We're like, look at this guy, And then she's like, I guarantee you that woman found my ring, didn't say anything, and left with it. And I was like, you don't know that. She wasn't even by us. They were set up right next to us. She goes, they were set up right next to us. If I would have shaken out a towel or picked up my bag and it fell out right by her and she found it, she's like, I guarantee she found it and didn't say anything. So I was like, let's try to figure this out.
I guarantee that's what happened.
She's positive that's what happened. So what we did is there was a place, nothing is close. We're in a pretty remote, small lake town, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a place 30 minutes away that rents metal detectors. So my sister and I drove there, rented a metal detector for the day.
Out of here. That is so much work.
Well, it's her wedding ring.
They got to find the ring.
Okay.
That's what you have insurance for.
She didn't have insurance on it. The insurance doesn't cover lost or stolen. It only covers damages. So if it would have been a diamond falls out or something like that, it covers it. So her and I go back to the beach, and for over an hour, we're metal detecting everywhere where we were. And we found pop tabs, and we found bottle caps, and we didn't actually find the ring.
Now, every time you found something, you didn't go, is this it?
Well, we're digging.
A pop top, is this it?
The one.
She's like, no!
The one went crazy. So it's got like a 0 to 100, and we set it to the jewelry setting, and it was like 88, and it was like, like freaking out. So we're like, okay, this has got to be it. And it was like 2 feet from where we were set up. So we're like, okay, this is it. And we're digging, and it would end up just being like a bottle cap. So we're like defeated and everything. We go home, kind of, sleep it off type of thing. And she's obviously having very serious conversations with her husband,
Yeah.
So the next day, the other part, I called, there's a database of people who metal detect. They're like retirees who are super into metal detecting, and it's called findyourring.com or findthering.com or something like that, where these people are volunteers, where if you lose something, you call them, pay for their gas, and they'll come out and help you metal detect. They're like, yeah, this is just what we do. This is our thing. So we called them.
But is that cheaper than going to rent one? Like, what are they going to do that you couldn't do? They're just going to come out with a metal detector.
They show up with all their own stuff. Yeah. So they have, like, the headphones and the super high gear and, like, the metal stick, the magnetic stick, so they can stick it in the sand, and anything that's metal will come up attached to it. So they came out and helped her the next day. They met at the beach, her and her husband. They all went. They didn't find anything. That was her and her husband's planned date night, too. So they go out, she gets back, she's like, you're never gonna believe what happened. We're like, what? She goes, I saw the lady who stole my ring at dinner. And we were like, no, you didn't.
I guarantee that's the woman who took my ring.
So she said she saw the woman. She goes, oh my God, that's the lady that was metal detecting at the beach. I know for a fact it was. So the woman was out.
God.
The woman was out like in her truck behind the restaurant. My sister followed her out and goes up to her and goes, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but were you metal detecting at a beach near here yesterday? And the woman was like, oh, no, honey, I'm sorry. I just got into town today. And then her husband goes, no, you didn't. You were at the beach all day yesterday. So
I saw that by her own husband.
So her husband was like, you liar. You were at the beach all day yesterday. And then so my sister, like, is upset, obviously. And then the woman goes, why? What did you lose? That's what the woman said to my sister. So it's like, oh, clearly, right? She had to have found it.
Well, no, she said, were you out with a metal detector? That would imply that somebody lost something.
But
so.
why would you automatically jump to that?
Because if somebody said,
you have a metal
if somebody
detector.
said, were you out with a metal detector, I'd say, yes. Did you lose something?
I would say, what? Are you into metal detecting? Maybe she just wants
No,
to
I think-
ask questions.
No.
Yeah. The question is an implication that they lost something
Right.
that could
But-
be found by the metal detector.
Right.
But her lying right off the bat.
Lied right
Yes,
off the bat.
right.
Lied right off the bat. And her
Yes.
husband was like, no, you were at the beach all day yesterday.
Right.
And so
She didn't even do it respectfully.
Right.
If you quote Poundcake.
so my sister was like, I lost my wedding band. It was a rose gold. She starts to describe it, and she was like, oh no, I'm really sorry for your loss, honey, but it wasn't me. You know, I didn't find any. Like basically like brushing her off. And my
Shooing
sister
her
was
away,
like,
yeah.
Under the bum's rush.
my sister was like, she's like, I've never felt so like white hot mad at somebody, but she's like, I couldn't do anything about it because I can't prove it. I can't prove that she has it. What am I going to do? Call the cops and be like, I think this lady might have stole my ring? You know?
Officer, I guarantee this woman took my ring.
But for her to have immediately denied it, and then her husband ratted her out, and then for her to be like, why? What did you lose? You know? So she confronted her, and she was all mad, and her husband, like, after she got back to the table, her husband was like, what took you so long in the bathroom? She's like, actually, I found that bitch. Like, she's going on and on. Yeah. So it didn't turn into fisticuffs or anything like that, but she was very worked up and is 100% positive this lady stole it. And then I'm like, after the way that she acted, she probably did, you know? And my big problem was
So
like...
she never found
So
it?
this doesn't end with her finding the
we
ring?
never found the ring.
Oh, I thought this was going to end with her finding it.
No, we never found the ring, and that's what confirmed that she's like, that lady stole it, like for sure. Who would why would she lie right off the bat?
Well, finders keepers. I believe
Possession is 9/10 of the law, even in Port
losers,
Sanilac.
Weepers.
Weepers. Was your sister weeping?
Yes,
Because that's what
Lots
losers
of
do.
weeping.
Lots
and
of
lots
weeping.
of weeping. So that was Monday. So that was the big drama of Monday, is that my sister lost a ring, found the chick that she thinks stole it, not raised hell, but confronted her, and
Yeah.
then was like, well, if nothing else, this woman has to deal with the karma of that. Like, knowing to my face,
Yeah, but
if
people
she
are-
did
that-
take it,
There's no
People
karma.
that will take somebody's wedding ring.
They don't care about
They're not
No,
karma.
they're
They don't worry
fine.
about
No.
karma.
That's what I said.
Liars are never
Yeah, but
punished.
yeah.
They do just fine.
that's what I said.
Yeah, but also,
This is why you get a tattoo wedding band. Then you don't have to worry about it. That
Right.
ain't falling off.
unless, you lose your finger in like a meat slicing accident or something.
Yeah, but
and
that's
then,
way
middle
less
one?
likely.
then you got to go find a woman at the beach with a bone detector and ask her if she took your wedding ring. Did
I know ladies that have bone detectors.
Bill Squire, boing. So
Boy, indeed.
Gross.
so she didn't find the ring.
Never found the ring.
Oh,
yeah, so
man.
they went back. We did the metal detecting ourselves. They went back with the quote professionals, the
Yeah.
volunteers, and then when she found that lady, I think that was like the icing on the cake for her, where she kind of just confirmed,
She's like,
I'm not going to find it because this lady has
But
it.
your sister thought that it slipped out of her bag? Was it one of those like mesh beach bags or what
kind
was
of,
it?
it was like a basically like a tote, but it had a Velcro
Yeah.
pocket. And she said she put it in the Velcro pocket. So I'm like, how could it possibly have come out of a closed pocket?
well, if like a kid's rooting around in there, they don't close the
And
pocket
that's what
correctly.
she said. She's like, the bag was just kind of, it had her lotion in it, and it had a couple other things, but she didn't go in the water at all. She didn't pick up the bag to go buy a snack, nothing like that. She's like, for as far as I know, the bag was just sitting on the sand, She's like, I don't think it could have just fallen out, but if I picked it up, or say it did fall out, the ring fell out of the pocket, and then it was on a towel, and someone picked up the towel to shake off the sand, and then now the ring flew,
Oh, God.
So the thing
That's why you leave it at home.
I took my Apple Watch off for that same reason, where I'm like, this is expensive. I
Yeah.
don't want anything to happen to it.
I was gonna say, like, at the very least, you'll get sand pebbles in like the cracks of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need that.
Yeah, so she lost it, and we never found it again.
Man.
Such a bummer.
Big bummer. Big bummer.
Yeah, that's a bummer just for us because there's a big question mark now at the
There's
end
a
of the
big
story.
question mark. So it's like, we all think that woman took it. That's probably the most
I hope
logical
it
thing.
turns up
Because your
somewhere.
sister would have happily been embarrassed if she had found the ring somewhere else.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, you should like offer the lady money or something. Been like, hey, I'll give you $200 right now to give it back to me. But she probably would have still said no. Like,
I'll give you $200, and that's twice what it's worth.
right.
You're making a profit here. Come on, lady. Oh,
I would have just
There's
kind
a
of
lot
grilled her a
going
little bit
on
more and be
there.
like, so, but why'd you lie about not going to the beach?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that seems suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, just, grilled her a bit.
So that's one
well,
part.
that stinks.
One part of the drama. I felt so bad for her, man. She was so upset. And her and
How
I
long had they been married?
They've been married 3 years. 2019. They just got married a couple years ago. Yeah.
right.
So so she was really upset, and I spent the whole day with her, and she was just basically frantic the whole day that we were trying to search for it.
Sure.
And why wouldn't you be? And
And then you're irritated the rest of the trip because that's all you can think of. You're
yeah.
consumed with that the rest of the trip.
Yeah, so that was Tuesday, I think, was our hot day.
Also, not her first wedding ring, so she's got others.
Oh, my God. You're so
Oh,
mean.
seriously?
This is her second marriage, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if she kept the other one or if that's okay. Like, hey, I lost
Use it
yours,
as a
let me put
backup.
this one on. Like, from my first husband.
I took it off his corpse. It'll be okay.
I was saying, do you keep the ring once you divorce?
I don't know where my rings are.
Yeah, you can. I think my ex-wife kept hers because they're worth money. So it's like,
Yeah.
I hope she sold it.
I was on a high horse when my engagement got called off, where I was like, I don't even want it. You can take it back. And then
You
I was
know
like,
what?
I should have kept that thing and
Of
pawned it.
course. Should
Yeah.
always keep it.
Right.
That's why you don't want to be on your high horse.
Yeah, so bummer. They didn't find it. The insurance didn't cover it.
Oh,
It's also a bummer when you go and try and sell it back and you go, wait, I paid this much and you're going to give me this? And they're like, yeah, that's the jewelry business.
That's
right.
Tough luck.
Yeah.
So, she called the jeweler to check on where they bought it to check her insurance or whatever. And the lady was like, it doesn't, we only cover damages. We don't cover lost or stolen based on the insurance that you
Sure.
bought, yada, yada. She goes, but.
Because those get stolen all the time.
Oh, yeah. She goes, but the ring that you bought is on sale for half off. So she was like trying to sell her
Resell
the
it.
same ring for half the money. She goes, yeah, we discontinued that.
Maybe
band
that
stuff."
lady stole it.
Right.
We have the exact same ring.
Like the older you get, you realize how pointless like your student ring, your senior ring was.
Your class ring?
Your class
Who
ring.
got
yeah.
a class ring?
I got a class ring.
Oh, God, why?
No, I didn't.
You got a class ring? Do you ever wear it?
No, I wore it.
Why'd you get it? You knew you weren't going to wear it.
I wore it my senior year because I thought you were supposed, just like a Letterman. I got a Letterman jacket for no damn reason. I got a
Did you
Letterman.
I hope
Letter
you mean
in
I hope
anything?
you mean a David Letterman jacket, a late night bomber jacket.
I thought that's what you were supposed to do.
But you didn't letter in anything.
I bought a Letterman jacket.
See, they saw him coming a mile away. Yeah, you need a class ring.
My brother got
like,
one.
Like grown men who've been out of college for 20 years still wearing their class ring.
Okay, but like my brother had a Letterman jacket because he was in culinary arts, so like each trade had their own Letterman jacket, so that was fine. I was in carpentry. No one cared in carpentry, but because my brother got one, I felt like I had to get one. And then my brother got a class
I
ring.
thought it was just for sports.
I mean,
You
the
got-
sports
you
are like
lettered in
music and
culinary
stuff like that.
arts?
You could letter
Like
in band. You
Oh,
could
you
letter in
can.
Choir and
anything,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so and then my brother got a class ring. So I wanted a class ring, and that thing cost me probably like $800.
Sure, the Jostens people saw him coming.
Yeah, and I got everything engraved. Like I have.
I
Something
never got the high school yearbook I ordered for my son, or ordered for myself when my son graduated. They never, ever got it.
My senior pictures cost like $800 too.
And now he's graduated from college almost.
Almost.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah.
is he going to be a senior this year?
He's going to be a junior, I think.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, he'll go an extra year just for what he's doing, but my daughter's going in, in a couple of months. Okay, let me, more from the Santora family vacation throughout the program today. If you want to text for something, 35192 to get that to me. You can leave us messages anywhere you are if you're listening on the iHeartRadio